stories out of Washington this afternoon. First, the fallout from the resignation of Attorney General Alberto Gonzales, and then the arrest of a conservative Republican senator for attempting to have sex with an undercover officer in a men's room. You're looking at it right there, the booking picture of Idaho Senator Larry Craig, longtime Republican. Well, it's a big deal in Washington, but what does the rest of America think about these two stories? Here to tell us, Lionel, a host on the Air America Radio Network, and syndicated radio talk show host Mark Williams. Welcome to you both.
Thanks.
Mark, do you think Republicans are going to go ahead and make a judgment about this Larry Craig story, or are they, as the chairman of the RNC said to me a little while ago, still waiting to hear the facts, whatever those might be?
Oh, I think they made judgments along with the rest of the American public the minute the stall door was kicked open. This particular senator, according to some reports, has had, stories swirling around him going back as far as the old Gary Studs days of the 1980s. I think this story, however, together with, Gonzales, the other big political story today, are personifications of something I've been saying on the radio for years, and also the title of my forthcoming book. It's not right versus left, it's right versus wrong. When you find wrong, even among your own, you address it, you punish it, you eject it, and you move on.
Amen. Well, I hope they do. Lionel, I wonder, though, how liberals can jump in and say there's something really wrong with what Larry Craig did. Are we against gay sex now, or what? What exactly is wrong with what Larry Craig did?
Tucker, I was a prosecutor, and I've got to tell you something. I read the lurid roll call depiction of what happened, and I'm no expert in bathroom stall protocol, as my good friend Mark is. I'm kidding, of course. But if you read what happened, what exactly did this man do? He tapped a foot next to him. When and I don't want to go into graphic detail here, but seriously, I think we all know maybe what was in his mind, I guess. But what did he plead guilty to? He tapped somebody's foot. He ran a hand under. There was never any suggestion of, this is what I want, this is what I'll do. They even suggested that he moved his roller bag in front of the door. Guys, I've been in stalls. Where else do you put it? This is not some universal sign for, hey, I'm in stall number 3. I really wonder, what are we talking about? He really does need a lawyer. He should withdraw his plea. I don't know, but he pled guilty, too. That's not a liberal stance. It's not a conservative stance. I don't know what he did.
Well, that is, in effect, a defense of him. That's really interesting. Mark?
His guilty plea kind of answers your original question, Tucker, or what we all think about it. Larry Craig thinks he's guilty, so it's time to...
Disorderly conduct. God forbid you're in a stall with an iPod and you're tapping your feet to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and next door there's a... No, seriously, I mean, there are sex scandals. This isn't one of them.
But then you fight that. I mean, if somebody next to you accuses you of doing something that horrible, you would fight that. You would argue about it. I mean, something tells me that Craig was just hoping, oh my God, this will go away if I plead guilty. He supposedly also produced his business card saying U.S. Senate and allegedly said to the cop, "What do you think of this?" Like, okay, well, I think you're.
By the way, just a memo to senators and congressmen: if you're busted in the stall, don't tell them you're a big target. Here's my card. Just do what Mark and I do, and just pretend we don't speak English.
That's right.
That is fair.
I'm an immigrant.
Habla no English.
I wonder, Lionel, now that Karl Rove has gone, and now that the Attorney General Alberto Gonzales has announced his resignation, what are liberal talk show hosts going to do? It's like, who do you talk about now?
The saddest day for anybody, not just liberal talk show hosts, whatever that is, but I mean comedians, political comedians, The Daily Show, even you, is when Bush gets on Marine One and waves goodbye. It's going to be an end of some of the, sadly to say, some of the most hilarious and yet sometimes awful moments in my adult life. I really don't know what's going to happen. And
but if he's replaced by Hillary Clinton, I mean, we won't even be able to take a breath before there's fresh new material.
Goodbye comedy, goodbye ineptitude, goodbye blatant, fumblings, maundering. Bushisms. What's going to happen?
Well, it's going to be replaced by the cult of the angry kindergarten teacher. The Hillary Clinton campaign. No,
trust me, Tucker. The left wing will find something to be in emotional agony about, something to be angry at this country about.
You hate her. Just say it, Tucker. I like you, Tucker. But really,
actually, I don't hate Mrs. Clinton in the slightest. I think she's actually the most competent and reasonable of all the people running for the Democratic nomination. But I do think she has the kind of character of an angry kindergarten teacher. You can just imagine her saying, no, you can't go to the bathroom.
I think Tom Tancredo summed her up best a few moments ago right here, better than anybody I've ever seen sum her up. She is sincerely telling the truth when she lies. This is the woman who showed up at Shea Stadium with a Mets cap and Yankee Stadium with a Yankees cap and said, hey, I'm a lifelong fan of this team.
Oh, well.
She's faked sincerity.
Listen,
she's getting paid.
Why have you forgotten Rudy Giuliani? You want to talk about somebody who is the walking definition of obstreperous. I mean, it's Rudy Giuliani.
Well, there's no arguing that. I thought you were going to say he's phony. No, he's completely sincere, which may be the problem sometimes. Thank you both for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, I think. I get it.
It's Super Tuesday. We're bringing you all-day coverage of the stories, the candidates, the controversies, and the race for 08. That's only on MSNBC. We'll be right back.